This is episode 714, and I'm Greg Swanson. Today we're going to be talking about the intersection of nutrition and mental performance. Basically, how diet influences your brain health, mental clarity, and emotional stability. And the podcast and my mission is to help people develop, a warrior mindset and mental strength. Well, if the brain isn't functioning optimally, those things are not going to happen. So imagine waking up with a clear mind, sharp focus, and emotional balance, all thanks to what you put on your plate and then into your mouth, right? Nutrition and mental performance are deeply connected, yet so often overlooked, especially in our busy world. If you're an executive or sales professional, or just even a busy mom or dad, right? We just tend to, well, I'm going to go work out and I'll grab something at 7-Eleven, I'll grab something here, and we don't even consider what effect that has on our mental capacity, our cognitive ability. So in this podcast, we'll explore how foods fuel the brain, the best nutrients for cognitive function, and the dietary pitfalls that might be holding you back. Now, this is such a huge, huge topic that there are many other people out there that are experts in this, but I wanted to bring to your attention that maybe starting off with some basic understanding on how food really affects the brain will help you do some more research on it. So I took notes. I had to create some notes in addition to the ones that are on the podcast PowerPoint, because I just want to make sure I hit everything. So I'm going to be looking down to see some of these notes. But brain as an energy intensive organ, right? Your brain consumes 20% of your daily energy, 20%, making it the most energy demanding organ in your body. So you wonder why at times you get brain fog. Well, we go back to the willpower. You wake up, you're more energized. And if you do stupid stuff in the morning to deplete it, you're going to be brain fogged by the end of the day. So knowing that it takes 20%, we want to be careful with what we focus on and what we put into our stomach, right? Glucose is the brain's primary fuel source, but not all carbohydrates provide substantial energy. Whole foods like quinoa, sweet potatoes, oats support steady brain function, while refined sugars cause energy crashes. And again, I know, it's nutrition, politics, and religion is such a volatile topic, but these are things that are generally, I know there's, you eat right for your type, for your blood type, and keto and mushroom diets and all sorts of other stuff out there. But this is just a generalization to help you understand the importance of food, the brain, and cognitive ability, and developing mental strength. So, omega-3s found in fatty fish and flaxseed strengthen brain cell membranes, enhancing memory, what'd you say? Learning and cognitive ability. And so these things are really, really powerful. You can have some fish oil, you can eat fish, flax seeds. There's a lot of great ways to incorporate this into your daily nutrition program. Antioxidants combat oxidative stress, preventing cognitive decline. And things like blackberries, dark chocolate, and turmeric can help with those immensely. And then amino acids are precursors to neurotransmitters, which influence focus, mood, and motivation. And so these amino acids are found in protein-rich foods like eggs, lean meats, and legumes. So this is just part of it, because the brain it sucks up 20% of our energy, and we want to make sure that we're putting the right stuff in our system so the brain can function correctly. Now let's talk about the gut-brain connection. The gut is often referred to as the second brain, because it communicates directly with the central nervous system through the vagus nerve. And there's a whole bunch of other studies on how to calm down the vagus nerve, different breathing, different massage, all of that. Again, I'll let you go explore that rabbit hole on your own. But the gut microbiome influences mood, cognition, and stress response, implicating mental clarity, or impacting, I should say, mental clarity and emotional regulation. So, this is where the abundance now of information out there of prebiotics and probiotics can really help tremendously with that. And so serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter, is 90% produced in the gut, making gut health essential for mental stability. Now imagine that if you're not feeling all of that well, right? Meaning you're in a bad mood, you probably have a bad gut and you don't know it. So we want to make sure we keep that gut working correctly. And so probiotic rich foods and prebiotic foods can help maintain a healthy microbiome supporting optimal brain function. And some of those are, yogurt, kimchi, and sauerkraut, as well as the prebiotics, which are bananas, onions, and garlic, all help keep a healthy microbiome going on. So now let's talk about some superfoods for cognitive power. Blueberries. These small berries boost neuroplasticity, improve short-term memory, and protect neurons and oxidative stress. Blueberries are awesome, right? You can put them in your oatmeal. So I have oatmeal. Some people go, oatmeal's bad, oatmeal's good. Well, you know what? We've lived with oatmeal all this life, so how bad can it really be? It may be how it's processed and stuff, but blueberries are just fantastic. And then wild-caught salmon packed with EPA and DHA, omega-3s. Salmon supports cognitive function and reduces brain inflammation. Yeah, I think we all have a little bit of brain inflammation, at least by the end of the day, depending what our job functions are, right? Walnuts, rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and vitamin E. Walnuts improve memory and slow mental decline. Huh? What'd you say? Right? So we want to keep that. I mean, you can see how these things can be mixed together and just have a great. And I'm not going to give any recipes. Again, that is not my forte. Again, the point of this podcast is for you to really consider what you put in your mouth affects your gut, and and how your gut is affected affects your brain, and how your brain is affected affects your thinking. Segue into cognitive ability, mental strength. Dark chocolate. Now, who doesn't love dark chocolate? At least the 83% cacao and higher increases dopamine production, improve focus, and motivation. So maybe a little piece of dark chocolate in the morning might be better than dark chocolate at night, because you get motivated and you'll start doing laps and then never get any sleep, and then you'll have caffeine, and we will go down that road. Right? And then leafy greens, right? Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, high in folate and vitamin K. These vegetables protect the brain and enhance neuroprotection. All this is great big words, but it just means it does good for your brain, right? So now we're going to look at nutrient powerhouses. Vitamin B helps convert food into energy, keeping the brain fog at bay. So we want to make sure we have foods with vitamin B, or even potentially supplemented with it. But the foods that have high vitamin B are eggs, legumes, and leafy greens. Can see a pattern here, why we can mix these things up. A variety of foods can be very helpful for us. And magnesium plays a role in stress regulation, promoting calmness, and relaxation. So they are found in almonds, spinach, and pumpkin seeds. So again, spinach, hey, that's a leafy green. That's vitamin B and magnesium. Maybe a double dip on that one. And then protein-rich foods supply tyrosine, tryptophan, which are crucial neurotransmitter productions, right? And those are lean meats, eggs, Greek yogurt, and lentils. I know that the tryptophan We talk about it at Thanksgiving with the turkey, and it puts you to sleep, but it also has a powerful neurotransmitter production quality about it. So now we're going to go to the bad guys, right? We've been talking about the good guys. Now we're going to go talk to the bad guys. Refined sugar and brain fog, right? Consuming too much sugar, which to me is anything that's not naturally occurring, but it's hard to do, right? Causes rapid insulin spikes, leading to energy crashes, mood swings, and impaired concentration. So when we have that donut, we get that little spike, and we may have some focus because of it for 10, 20 minutes, and then we crash. Then we get on this hamster wheel of having more sugar to combat the crash that we have. Hey, it sounds like some form of drug addiction, doesn't it? Very interesting. Diets high in sugar have been linked to increased inflammation in the brain, your brain swelling, which affects cognitive function and memory. So we just want to stay away from that white poison. And there's a few other white poisons out there we want to stay away from. So better alternatives opt for natural sources of sweetness like berries, raw honey, and dark chocolate. Of course, all in moderation. So processed foods and inflammation. So we've gone through this, and I know I'm going through this very quickly, but I hope you'll listen to this again and then go see the show notes where I put this for more information. But again, this is all for you to understand how important nutrition, not a diet. A diet has a beginning and an end. We are talking about a lifestyle, nutrition, how important nutrition plays a role in your mental performance. And these things don't happen overnight. Like, when we take Ritalin, if any of you do, or any of that, right? You take it, 20 minutes later, you feel this. When you change over to a nutrition-based mental performance program, it's going to slowly increase. So what I would advise is, if you're going to go down this road, which I hope you do, is make a note. How's my focus today? And just do a before and after. So ask yourself about 5, 6 questions about your mental performance. How's my memory? How's my fog? How's this? Am I sleepy? Am I tired? And put a date on it and fold it up and put it away. Then go for 60 days, because we talked about a habit, right? Last podcast. Habits take 66 days to create. So then do this nutrition plan for 60 days, 2 months, and then take that test again for yourself, and you'll see how much you have been improved. So let's get on to it, right? Let's go with processed foods. Trans fats, artificial additives, disrupt neurotransmitter balance, leading to mental fatigue and increased stress. Trans fats, I'm not going to go through the abundant list of what's that included, but you look at the side of a label, you see trans fats in it, whether it's peanut butter or crackers or something else. You put that back and do something else. Artificial additives, and now the dyes have been coming up, red dye, yellow dye, all of these things. Just got to be aware of anything that, basically, I heard one individual say that if it doesn't have a label on it, it's okay to eat. So high sodium intake from processed foods affects blood pressure and reduces blood flow to the brain. And that may be a combination of just the processed food itself, which has a high glycemic index, in addition to the sodium. But whatever it is, just high processed foods aren't the best choice when it comes to nutrition. Better alternatives. Choose whole, unprocessed food like nuts, seeds, lean proteins, and healthy fats. And this will help reduce inflammation. Inflammation in the brain, inflammation in your joints. We are such an inflamed society, mainly because of what we eat and drink. And our joints are tight, we have aches and pains. All of that can go away. Well, a lot of that can go away when we just switch to a better nutrition program. And then caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine in moderation can improve focus and alertness, but overuse can increase anxiety and disturb sleep cycles, leading to brain fog. So, a couple, 1, 2, maybe 3 cups of coffee, sort of, but I have before I work out, and you're good to go. right? Alcohol disrupts the neurotransmitter function, negatively impacting memory and emotional regulation. Oh, but doesn't it feel so good sometimes? We just want to have that memory. We drink to forget, right? And then we forgot how much we drink. And then better alternatives, matcha, green tea, herbs can have a sustained energy without that crash. So here's some actionable strategies for brain boosting moves, right? Start your day with a balanced, whatever that balance means to you, breakfast. Set the stage for optimum focus and energy. And here again, I know that some people, and I'm going to talk about it here in a second, right? Intermittent fasting has been shown to promote neuroprotection and cognitive longevity as it triggers autophagy. It's kind of like vacuuming the dead cells in the brain. So then how do you do fasting and start your day with a balanced breakfast? Well, breakfast is breaking the fast. So you would have fasting, and then when you break it, you would have a high protein rich meal along with the healthy things within it as well. Hydration, can't over stress enough how many people are dehydrated, right? You can get on scales, you can buy scales for that. But if you're not drinking, I'm just going to throw out there a gallon of water, right? Because that's kind of what I drink a day. So I know that if I say drink a gallon, you'll drink a half a gallon and you'll be okay, kind of, sort of. But hydration plays a big part in this as well. So here's some final thoughts on this, right? What you eat directly impacts your brain performance, right? A poor diet leads to brain fog, sluggishness, and emotional instability. Who wants that? While a well-balanced diet sharpens focus, enhances memory, and boosts resilience. Yeah, we want that. A diet rich in whole foods, healthy fats, and micronutrients boosts clarity and emotional stability. Again, who wouldn't want emotional stability? I don't know. Eliminating processed food can prioritize brain-friendly nutrient leads to sustainable cognitive and emotional. Wow. Emotional has come up a lot, right? Emotional stability, emotional instability, emotional well-being. Hey, that sounds pretty good, especially in this world where we're so trigger happy emotionally wise by something happening. Try incorporating one brain boosting food into your next meal. Go back again to re-listen to the podcast, do some other research on your own, go to the show notes, pick one thing, maybe salmon, and incorporate that. You know, if you want and get some more information, again, I'm not a nutritionist, but I can help you with you making decisions that's right for you. Go ahead and request your breakthrough session today, and we can dive deeper into what really is holding you back. So while you on the internet, and you can go visit warriormindcoach.com for more useful information that is in the form of podcast and blog posts, and also how to request your breakthrough session. Since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all under Warrior Mind Coach.